I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I coach people and organizations to play big, to be more effective, to have some fun while they're doing the hard work and becoming more effective. Now, yesterday I spent a good part of my day watching the National Football League Conference Finals. Kansas City and the New England Patriots, the Rams and the Saints. Great games. Both went to overtime. And as I was watching the games, I couldn't help but notice a couple of things that I think are really helpful for you in your career and can help you be more effective time and time again. So let me start off with one observation, and that generally we were looking at teams that played the game with two different styles. The Rams, the Patriots, both played grinded out football. The Saints, Kansas City, explosive, quick movements, quick strikes designed to be effective. Now, most of us tend to think of quick strikes. It's the success story scenario where we tend to glamorize the people who have the great success seemingly instantly. And yet teams like New England have won by grinding it out. And they just defeat others by working harder and smarter and putting in more effort. Now, I'm not saying that you should do one versus the other. But sometimes you have to go in and out of modes. For example, the Rams have been considered an explosive team, yet at the same time, the last few weeks, they've been playing grinded out football. Same thing professionally. You have to notice what's working, where you can take the big leap, and yet at the same time, be aware that there are times you just got to do the work and grind it out. There are no shortcuts at those times. So that was one thing I picked up on. Another thing was these teams make adjustments. They notice what the market is, what their opponent is doing, and they adjust for it. They change the plan when they see the original one doesn't work. They just don't keep hitting themselves against the brick wall and hoping that their head doesn't hurt. No, they make changes. Where do you need to make a change to get the results that you want? Seriously, where do you need to make a change to get effective results? A great second choice. Third thing, all these teams face a moment of truth. There's a moment where it'd be easy to give up. It'd be easy to concede defeat. And Lord knows there's so much evidence of that in the New England Chiefs game, in the New England Kansas City Chiefs game, where in the fourth quarter these teams are trading body bunches and knockout blows, and one team's taking the lead and the other team comes from behind, and the back and forth like two boxers standing in the middle of the ring swinging punches. It would be so easy to quit, to just say, okay, that's it, I've had enough. But champions, winners, they take the punch and they keep going. They push harder. They're not ready to accept defeat. Where do you quit? Should you be pushing forward? Or was that really the right time to quit? Because sometimes you need to know when to hold them and know when to fold them, to quote that old song. In this particular case, many times in your career, you fold them when you should be working to persevere. Don't quit prematurely. Last thing I want to point out, and this was an obvious thing, Lord knows you couldn't help but see it in the New Orleans Saints loss to the Rams. Mistakes happen. Mistakes outside your control will happen. How do you recover from them? Do you go, oh crap, and lose time? It's so precious. And in their case, Sean Payton, their coach, made the point of saying, we found it hard to come back from that referee mistake. There were mistakes that were made in the Kansas City game by their defense. One lining up in the neutral zone negates a touchdown. There's another time where the quarterback takes a sack and puts them out of field goal range and misses a touchdown pass a couple of plays before with a wide open receiver. Mistakes happen. How do you come back from it? Do you quit? Do you persevere? I hope you found this helpful. I hope you can apply these lessons in your life and in your career. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and I coach people. I want to help people be more effective in their career.